All right, so I wanted to go through this real quick and go through a quick video of just reviewing the Unit 2 study guide. Some of this stuff I'm going to be able to explain to you just by looking at it, and the others will be in a separate video that I'll have to show you how to do the actual math of solving on like the equations for parallel and perpendicular lines. But for a lot of these, I can just show you on here. The first one says, well, I didn't mean to click that, but it says select all angles congruent to angle 2. All right, so angle 2 is right here. The angles that are congruent will be the vertical pair with it, which is the 4, right? And then you'll have the 6 that corresponds to the 2, and then you have the 8 that corresponds to the 4. All right, other ways of looking at it, you got alternate interior or alternate exterior angles with the 8. And then you have like I said, the corresponding and then the vertical pair there. The other way that you can do these, if you pay attention, 2 is an acute angle. All the other acute angles are going to be congruent to 2. The obtuse angles would be supplementary to 2, which means they add up to 180. Now here we have all the angles supplementary to 7. So the angles that are supplementary to 7 are the ones that's not congruent to 7. So we have a linear pair with 7 and 6, and also with 7 and 8. They're along the same line. They're supplementary. So 8 and 6 would be supplementary to 7. Then the angles that correspond to 8 and 6 are going to be supplementary to 7. So 4 and 2 are also supplementary to 7. So 7 is an acute angle here, and all the obtuse angles are now going to be supplementary to 7. This one is one I'll have to show you a little bit of math on. Same with that one. Same with this one. I'm going to show you some math on this, but I'm going to explain it to you. The sum of the interior angles, that's where we take the 180 and multiply by n minus 2, and in that case n would be the number of sides. So there's 8 sides here to this octagon, and so there's 8 sides, so you would subtract 2, which is 6, and 6 times 180 is the answer there. So the answer ends up being 1,080. But I'll show you the math on that as well on another video. A regular polygon. Only thing a regular polygon is, it means that all sides are equal and all angles are equal. Everything's exactly perfect. Kind of like how we have with this octagon here. Everything, they're all the same length. They're all the same angles. That's a regular polygon. Let's see. Next one, I'll have to show you math on that one. All right, the exterior angle, I can explain this to you, I think, without showing you math, but I will also do that. It says if angle 1 is 50 degrees and angle 4 is 65 degrees, then what's angle 3? This is what they call the exterior angle theorem. All you do is add angle 1 and angle 4 together, and you get 115 degrees for angle 3. Now, there's another way of doing this. 50 degrees here, 65 degrees there. All the angles in a triangle up to 180. So you take 180 and subtract 115, you get that angle 2 is 65. Well, angle 2 is also a linear pair to angle 3, so they're supplementary. So 180 minus the 65 gives you the 115 to 3. It does not matter how you do that. Again, I will still write that out for you and show that to you on the other video. It's just that I wanted to do this video because some of this stuff, there's not really math involved. Just got to tell you about them. Select all possible measures that can be side lengths of triangles. To do these, you add the two small numbers together, and if they're bigger than the big number, then it can be a triangle. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 is bigger than 7. It works. 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 is smaller than 12, so that can't be a triangle. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 is the same as 8. It cannot be a triangle. It has to be bigger than 8. 10 plus 12 is 22. 22 is bigger than 15, so yes, that can be a triangle. So that's why we have the first answer and the last answer are all possibilities. You have the one side here is 10. wants to know the perimeter of the triangle. All the sides are the same length. There's 3 sides. 10 plus 10 plus 10, that's 30. You will have one almost identical to this question on your test. Everybody should get that right. That's a gimme. That is given to you. We hand you the grade there. You should get that correct every time. Whatever side length you have, if it's an equilateral like this is, it says all sides are the same length. You add them up. That's your perimeter. 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30. Answer is 30. All right, so what we have now, we have the triangle congruent stuff. So we got the side angle side, hypotenuse leg, all that stuff. Only thing we have to understand here is what's missing from each side of the triangle, from each triangle. All right, so we're looking, SAS means side angle side. So we want that order. We've got a side and an angle, we would need this side. We have a side and an angle, so we need this side. They got to go in order. Did not mean to click that again. Okay, so side, angle, side. I don't care, it can stay there. We need this side and that side to be congruent to each other. So CB has to be congruent to FE. That's the missing part. There are other ways for this to be congruent triangles. You're going to see those below. I mean, it's a bunch of different options. You need the way that says side, angle, side, which is here. Side, angle, side, that means you got side, angle, you need the very next side. Side, angle, we need the very next side. So CB and FE have to be congruent. The next one, same triangles. Only difference is now we need hypotenuse leg. We got to use hypotenuse leg. We don't have the hypotenuse. We're missing the hypotenuse here and the hypotenuse there. It does not tell us those are congruent to each other. So that's what we would need for hypotenuse leg. That's what HL means, hypotenuse leg. The H in HL is hypotenuse. So this hypotenuse has to be equal to that one. CA has to be congruent to FD. CA is this hypotenuse, FD is that hypotenuse. There you go. It's given to you right there. Super, super easy. Just pay attention to what's being asked up here. Angle, angle, side. Okay? So angle, we need 2 angles and a side. I can't use this angle because if I use this angle, then it's angle, side, angle. I got to use that angle. Angle, angle, side. It has to go in order. Angle, angle, side. So here, angle, angle, side. C and F have to be congruent to each other, which is here. C and F congruent. That's all you need for angle, angle, side. C and F. And now we have our angle, side, angle. Now this is when we need the other angle. We've got a side and an angle. We need this angle. So angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. We need A and D to be congruent to one another. So angle A is congruent to angle D. Really, that's it. That kind of goes over everything, with the exception of the ones I'm going to show you math on, and you'll get that in another video.